Okay, so mindset shift is about allowing yourself to see things through multiple perspectives and or lenses before making a decision and or committing to an action in response. Mindset shifts focuses on not just a negative environment or set of circumstances, but it also focuses on positive ones as well. Why? Because sometimes even when you're elated, happy, or excited about something, you jump on the opportunity or idea immediately without getting all of the details, right? And you automatically assume in your head, because you're already in a happy and or excited state, that this is a good idea. I need to go for this. I need to take this opportunity while it's here, versus taking a 24-hour time period to review, contemplate the best actions and or decisions and or response to the situation. If that situation involves an agreement, review that a few times. If you don't understand it, consult with someone to then move forward, versus going, oh my God, I see the money, I'm going to go for it. And then it could, work out. Not to say that it couldn't, but we've seen as a human society, things go left more than right. So with that understanding, to take a second to just think about it and possibly give yourself multiple perspectives to look at that same scenario from. One perspective obviously is your own. You always want to take your own perspective into account. However, another perspective would be to try to put yourself in the other party's shoes, because when you do that, you get a new perspective that might make you more understanding to the situation. It doesn't mean that you will 100% agree to it, but it can get you in a more understood or understanding environment to then be more neutral with your response or action in response. Too much and too often, I see people have one point of view, and it's usually their own, and it usually, and I'm included sometimes. I try to work on this and be more cautious about it, which is another reason why I'm bringing it up in today's session. However, a lot of people only take their own perspective, which is usually already in a victim standpoint or placement of setting, because it's you experiencing these things. Versus if I took myself out of my shoes and attempted to see from someone else's perspective by saying, okay, this is from their side, how does this look? From their side, what would they think if I was on their side, what would I think if they did this? What would I think if they said this? So it's really a push and pull of learning to more effectively understand others and other situations, other scenarios. Because one of the biggest, what is it called? My head says cliches, but it is a cliche, but that's not what we call it. But it's been said that as a people, we fear anything we can't understand. That's deep when you think about it. You fear what you don't know. And we don't know a lot outside of ourselves until you decide to focus on one particular thing. So outside of what you know, whether it be just book smarts, street smarts, whatever, outside of what you know, you fear it, right? If we sought to understand and learn more and increase knowledge, we would have no fears. Because now we know how to handle situations, people, environments, etc., like we've been doing over the course of the human experience. When humans first existed before technology and where we are today, they feared everything. For example, we're going to use The Cruise. The Cruise is a show that talks about the first people, aka cavemen, and how they survive and adapted, even though it's a cartoon and has its comedic moments. It does still try to break down the understanding of this is the first people. This is what it looked like to be here during the time that they were, during the time of the era of the caveman. They lived in caves. They lived in caves because they did not know how to build. They lived in caves because they did not know or understand the outside world at night. There were so many different types of animals that scared them because they had no knowledge of them. So therefore, they slept and lived in caves and were known as the dumb species, or the dumb species of humans, because they were cavemen. They weren't actually considered men and women like we were. We called them cavemen. That's what we still call them today. So it's like, if you take our knowledge and understanding that we've gained from that time till now, we're no longer afraid of the dark. We're no longer afraid of certain animals because we have chosen to get a different perspective by gaining more knowledge in that area. So at the end of the day, let your mind shift happen every day, all day, nonstop. If there's something you don't understand, don't take it with a negative tone, condensation, and or response, because it could mean something totally different. For example, in my life right now, I'm dealing with a legal battle that pertains to the owners of the building that I stay in downtown Los Angeles. And this has been an ongoing legal battle for over 1.5 years at this point. And I am 3 court cases in, 1,037 residents I stand for, as well as myself. I've been documenting, observing, doing research, compiling evidence, and appropriating myself all along the way, because this has been a very, very, very trying turn of events. And when I take a step back to think of everything that I've been through versus how I'm responding to it, I want to acknowledge and pat myself on the back, because whereas I should probably be going crazy, trying to fuck somebody's shit up, I mean, all kinds of stuff that is negative, I'm choosing to be as positive as I still can be throughout this endeavor, and cordial and prompt and accurate and truthful and honest, and just transparent, because at the end of the day, that's all I can be if I really want to find a resolution, versus consistently argue without having any resolution in place. I know what I want. I know what my goal is. So therefore, to act inappropriately in the situation would damage and or hurt my chances of the outcome that I wish to receive. So I want to kind of clue in manifesting as well, because I feel that this situation and topic kind of intercedes with it pretty well, or intertwines with it pretty well. Because if I know the outcome of something that I want, and I'm appropriating myself in the areas I feel necessary to acquire the end result that I want, that is called manifesting. Manifesting is not just something you say to the atmosphere and then 5 minutes later it happens. No, manifesting is consistently saying it out loud, because when you say it out loud, your voice, your ears take that in, and it reaffirms with self to be better, do better, and think higher, to potentially try to have a different perspective to it, so that you can be more understanding about it to get through it. So try to see things from different perspectives, because your perspective is not the only one. And when we choose to move in a way as such, I feel that there will be less arguments and less situations ending up in court versus being able to communicate about it face to face. Because essentially, going to court, they literally make you talk to each other. It's like having a parent with 2 kids and the parent going, go over there and talk to each other and figure this out, because I don't got time for it. And then when you come back in the courtroom, they're like, so what'd you come up with? Literally, that's what they do when you go to court. And it's like, it's crazy to me that you would rather pay all of these court fees go to court just to do what we could already do as two professionals and adults that are conducting business. Make it make sense. Anywho, that's my little tidbit for today. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Check me out on YouTube at Vibes 88.8 FM. I got a couple podcasts there that are visual that you can check out. But moving forward, I think all of my podcasts will be audio due to the fact that I'm starting a radio station, which is Vibes 88.8 FM. If you didn't already know, Google us. You can find some information about us. We're coming to you guys 2024, and it's going to be epic. So thank you for your time, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your MindShift Monday and the rest of the week.